All right, class, this is a recording of our homework from Wednesday. I want you to correct it on your own. I'll put this on YouTube and send it to you in Schoology. So when we look at this problem right here, we can see we're going to divide 6,648 by 14. 14 isn't necessarily a real friendly number, but we're going to use the partial quotient division algorithm. Oops, not a very straight line. And here's how we're going to do this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write the number, well, I'm thinking of 14, and I kind of want to double that. I want to make that 28 by multiplying by 2. So I'm going to make it 28. And then I'm going to add 2 zeros to the end. So what I really did is I multiplied 14 by 2, and then I added 2 zeros. So I multiplied 14 by 200, and I got 2,800. And I know that 8 minus 0 is 8. 4 minus 0 is 4. 6 minus 8, we need to regroup. 16 minus 8 is 8. And 5 minus 2 is 3. So I end up with 3,848 after I divide 6,648 or multiply 14 by 200. And I can see I can do that one more time. So let's do that again. I have enough to do that. 14 times 200, we've already done the math. It's 2,800. And we subtract. 8 minus 0 is 8. 4 minus 0 is 4. 8 and 8 is 0. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So if 14 times 200 is 2,800, I know that we can't multiply 14 times 100 because that would be 1,400. But let's maybe try something close to 100. Let's maybe try 70. So I'm going to say 70 times 14, 14 times 70. Bring the 0 down from the 70. Now I can multiply 7 times 4. That's 28. 7 times 1 is 7, and 2 more is 9. So 980. And let's see what that leaves us with. 8 minus 0 is 8. We need to regroup. Make this a 9. And that's a 14. Minus 8 is 6. 9 minus 9 is 0. So we're left with 68 divided by 14. And let's try that. See, twice is 28. So let's try maybe 5 times. 14 times 5. 0 and 2. And that would be 70. And you can see we're close, but we're over. So it's got to be 14 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 more is 5. 56. And when I subtract them, 56 to 60 is 4. 60 to 68 is another 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. And our remainder is less than our divisor. So that's all the farther we can go. So we need to keep track of this, which I forgot to do. Let's see, we did 200, 200, and then we did 70. And then finally we did 4. So 0, 0, 0, 4. Add these up. 7 and 2 plus 2 is 4. 474 with a remainder of 12. All right, let's do one more. Now I like this number because I got a nice friendly number right here, 25. And I know that it takes 4 25s to get to 100. So if I look right here, I have 100 right there. So 4 times 25 is 100. But 4 times 25 is 100. If I go 25 times 4, I get 100. But if I add 2 more zeros, I get 10,000. Now when I subtract, I have 215. And I know that 4 times 8 is 200. times 8 is 200. And now when I subtract, I get 15. And that's less than my divisor. So my answer is 408 with a remainder of 15. I'm going to go back and show you that one again. So if I go back to the beginning, first thing I did in this problem is I looked at the number 25, and it's a friendly number, and I looked at this first part of the problem. I can see 100 right there, and I know that 4 times 25 is 100. So I kept track of that. But then when I wrote it down, there's my 100. I knew I could fill in 2 more spots and make it 400. And then when I subtracted, I get 215 left over. And that's an easy problem because 4 times 200, 8 times 200, 8 times 25 is 200, and then I have 15 as my remainder. And I'm just going to check both of these problems with my calculator. I can show you how to do that. All right, I'll get rid of this one. Maybe not. So let's start with the one that we just did. Let's take 1,000, or 10,215, and we're going to divide it by 25. That's 408 with 6/10. So if we multiply 408 times 25, we end up with a number 1,000 or 10,200, and you can see 10,200 is close to this with a remainder of 15. So that answer was correct. Let's go back up to this problem right here. We have 6,648, and we're going to divide that by 14. That equals 474, and then we have a long decimal after that. So let's take this part of the number out if we can. Oops. See if I can grab it. I can't do that. So I'm going to take this dividend. See if I can grab all these. There we go. Clean this up a little bit. And we're going to multiply 474 times 14 times 14, and that equals 6,636. So if you take 6,636, and when we subtract them, we should get the 12 as a remainder. 8 minus 2 is 2. 8 minus 6 is 2. 4 minus 3 is 1. And there's your 12. That's it. I will show you the answer for the last problem.